We have two more fire starting products. We have the fastfire tinder by SOLKOA products and WetFire tinder by Ultimate Survival. They're both similar as far as the way they're packaged. Fastfire is a little thicker of a cube. The WetFire is more of a flattened cube. They work basically the same though. We're going to try them both out. They're sealed in foil. Break them open. You can either light the entire chunk,
or you can shave off pieces, right?
Shave it off,
yeah,
to where you don't use it all at once. Hopefully conserve some of it if you've got going to be outdoors for a while.
The WetFire I've used before, I like it a lot. I've never tried fastfire before, so that's going to be cool to see.
Almost like soap.
Yeah.
The consistency of it. Again, you would do this when you have all your tinder, like your natural tinder and wood gathered, ready to get the fire going. For lighting this, I'm going to use the lightning strike striker.
I got it. Oh, I thought you almost had it there. Yeah, usually lights pretty quick for me. Just using the rod there. There we go.
Okay. Almost.
Oh, I always try to get a tight bundle there. It feels really dried out. Is that?
This is an older batch. I don't know what the shelf life is on it.
You may be dried out.
Alright.
We're doing a take two. We put the whole block down. It's quite possible that this pack has gone out. So
it's an older packaging.
The cold pack, or the gold pack, was the well, I know it's older than the silver that they use now, or the grayish silver. But you can see this.
Trying to light it with a lighter, and
it's not lighting even with the lighter. So let that be a tip to you. If you're hanging on to them for too long, they may become dead weight to you. So,
all right, moving on to
live and learn.
SOLKOA fastfire tinder. That's the downside, I guess, to some of these chemical ones.
You get a hole in the pack, or it just gets too old and you.
Pretty large cube, as you can see.
Does that feel pretty wet?
Yeah, it's got a little more tackiness to it. These are fairly new, so. That's a pretty good sized pile. You don't necessarily need to have that, depending on what your setup is that you've got that you're going to be lighting, how dry everything else is. Alright, utilizing the same striker, the lightning strike. There we go. That's burning well.
Yeah, and you didn't even use a quarter of the cube.
No. I could have used less than that even, but
yeah.
You can see here, I just took off a small corner of it.
Very cool.
And to test whether or not you can just light the entire block, I'm going to try to light what's remaining here.
It should go right up. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm really lazy with my WetFire. I rarely shred it up or cut slivers off of it.
There we go.
I typically just light it directly to the block.
So yeah, that'll burn for quite some time, that block there.
Very cool. Alright, so that block is called what again? One I've not used before?
That is fastfire, made by SOLKOA, which is a survival. I'm drawing a blank on what this SOLKOA stands for, but they make several products, from survival tins to fire starting materials, or their two staples, and a survival saw also. Check them out online at, I believe it's fastfire.com, if I recall.
Awesome. We're gonna do WetFire take 2. So Eric dug around in his kit and he's got a newer model WetFire. It comes in the kind of gray cement colored packaging.
Yeah, the other one was a gold foil one. That was some of the first stuff that I ever got. I know somehow had some of it left. This feels a little bit better than the other one. You can tell a difference already in the feel of it. We'll be trying to light it up, and this has been going for several minutes now, probably at least 5 minutes plus.
I'd say, yeah, probably.
There we go, second strike.
Looking good. So it does work. I would say, you know, whenever you buy this WetFire or the fastfire, you're going to buy a pack of them, and if you don't get out much, or you store these for an emergency or something, some kind of emergency preparedness, and like anything else, like your food or anything, there's a shelf life, as we learned. Luckily, we're not in a survival situation. We have a beautiful fire going. Check your tinder, your starters, whatever you've got. Make sure, take one out of the packages, and every year, every 6 months, or every once in a while, if you don't go out often, just check it. Make sure it's still good to go. So it's there and it's ready whenever you need it.